Assalamu alaikum, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the universe. May peace and blessings be upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his family, his companions, and all those who follow his guidance until the day of judgment. Today, with the will of Allah, I will reflect on the meanings of Surah Al-Muddaththir. That we can find this surah in chapter 74 of Quran. This is one of the early Makkan surahs revealed at the beginning of the Prophet's mission. Surah Al-Muddaththir begins immediately after the Prophet Muhammad received the first revelation. Feeling overwhelmed, he returned home and wrapped himself in a cloak. Allah then called him to rise and begin his mission of warning humanity. The opening verses say, "O you who are wrapped up, arise and warn." This marked the beginning of his public role as a messenger. The surah then explains, worship Allah alone and glorify Him. Purify yourself inwardly and outwardly. Be patient despite hardship and rejection. Do not expect worldly rewards for preaching. It also tells the story of a wealthy and arrogant man. It's the name not mentioned but commonly understood by some scholars refers to Al-Walid ibn Mughira, who recognized the beauty of the Quran but rejected it out of pride. Because he knowingly denied the truth, Allah warns him of severe punishment. Later, the surah describes the events of the Day of Judgment, where people are questioned about why they entered hell. So coming to the bullet points about the meaning and lessons. Number 1, the surah describes regarding accept responsibility. That is, when Allah calls, believers should respond with action rather than fear of hesitation. Number 2, worship Allah sincerely. The mission begins with glorifying Allah and maintaining purity in worship and character. Number 3, be patient. Those who spread truth should expect challenges and remain steadfast. Number 4, pride can prevent guidance. Knowledge alone is not enough if a person refuses the truth because of arrogance or self-interest. Number 5, everyone is accountable. People in hell explain their neglected prayer, helping the poor, believing in the day of judgment, avoiding sinful gatherings. These verses remind believers that faith should be reflected in both worship and care for others. So the key themes: the beginning of Prophet Muhammad's public mission, calling people to worship Allah, purification of heart and actions, warning against arrogance and rejecting truth, reality of the Day of Judgment, personal accountability for one's choices. So Surah Al-Muddaththir is a powerful call to action. Allah commends Prophet Muhammad to rise and warn humanity. The chapter teaches courage, sincerity, patience, humility, and responsibility. It reminds us that true faith is shown through worship, compassion for others, and living with awareness that everyone will one day stand before Allah for judgment. So this is the main meaning and the concept of the surah, and I end my talk by mentioning the highlighted verse. O you who covers himself, arise and warn.